All right, what's up, everyone? Ben Raven here from inside of Ford Field. Happy Thanksgiving to all. I can tell you all, I'm thankful for you. Like me, love me, or leave me behind. No, thank you guys for everything. The Troy Lions win 23-20 on Thanksgiving. First Thanksgiving win since 2016. Snaps the Turkey Day 7-game losing streak. They've won 10 in a row. They're 11-1. It's the longest win streak in franchise history, dating back to 1934. Matches that winning streak. But wow, tale of two halves. I know that's football talk and that's a cliche, but what a tale of two halves. The Lions dominate the first half. The Bears took 29 minutes to get their first down of the game. But then the Bears, 20 points in the second half, got a chance to win the game or at least tie it in the final couple of minutes with a drive that started it on their own 1-yard line. There's offensive pass interference, a defensive pass interference call that I disagree with, and Dan Campbell also disagreed with. Illegal touching, some key pressures from Zadarius Smith and Al-Quadin Muhammad and Ezekiel Turner. Yeah, this, and then Eberflus. I don't understand. It's a rookie quarterback. The clock is running. The Bears are down 23-20 with the ball on Detroit's side of the field. They have a timeout left. And not only do they not try and get a couple extra yards and call a timeout to get a final field goal or try to make something happen and then figure something out with one last heave, they let the clock keep rolling from plus 30 seconds to like less than 10 seconds. The ball is snapped. Caleb Williams lets that ball fly. I look up at the clock, and there's like 4 seconds on the clock when that ball's in the air. And it hits the ground, and the clock is at zeros. They blew their final chance on third down. The Lions will absolutely take it. And for a day with so many defensive line injuries, for a day without Carlton Davis, for a day they continue to fill in the holes. They continue to make next man up mentality reality and not just coach speak. And, I know it wasn't always the prettiest. I know it was not the way you want to see that game come to an end. A Jahmyr Gibbs fumble in the red zone, a Jake Bates missed field goal, leave the door open. Offense settling for field goals probably a couple too many times. But, hey, Lions hang on. Nail biter is right. That's what I had in my post-game headline. Nail-biting 23-20 win for the Lions. They'll take it any way they can get it. Dan Campbell and his crew, they delete another streak linked to the team's less than sexy past. We'll put it at that. But hey, a win is a win. A win inside the division is a win. The Lions are 3-0 in the NFC North. Big one next Thursday night back here at Ford Field against the Green Bay Packers. But hey, man and women, the Lions are 11-1. 11-1. Oh my goodness. I just. What my head is still spinning, to be completely honest with you. You file a quick game story, and just full disclosure, like I'm working on the game story throughout the game, and then the final 2 minutes happen, and it's like, oh my gosh, I need to like rethink my steps here. But just unbelievable. I mean, to find a way to win, it's never easy in this league. Don't ever take a win for granted. You got to give it up to the Bears. I mean, they just kept swinging. Luckily for the Lions, they, excuse my language, but laid a turd there on the final play and just completely took themselves out of a game that they had no business being in and didn't even get a final shot. But hey, you miss a field goal, you lose a fumble in the red zone, you settle for too many field goals, and you still come out with a win like that. Pretty good stuff. We'll get into some quick injury updates here. I'm going to try and breeze through these, but Josh Paschal, Levi Onwuzurike. Dan Campbell said they might miss time, but he wasn't as concerned about them as he was about Malcolm Rodriguez's knee. Rodriguez has already missed some time this year with an ankle injury, but Campbell said that's the one that he's most concerned about is Rodriguez's injury. The Lions are destroyed at linebacker right now. Anzalone, Reeves-Maybin, and Barnes are on injured reserve. I mean, David Long was signed off of Miami's practice squad, I believe, like last Thursday or Wednesday, played in the team's win over the Colts last weekend, played more in today's game. Ezekiel Turner, who's been playing a ton of reps on special teams with Reeves-Maybin and some other guys hurt, and he gets in to split a clutch late sack with Zadarius Smith, who just continues to be an awesome addition. I believe the word on Smith after the game was cramping. No concerns there. Was the other injury update? Oh, Emmanuel Mosley, very surprised by his inactive today, but found out that something popped up in pregame warmups. They didn't really they didn't really provide a ton of details on that when I asked about it, but they just felt like he wasn't going to be at 100% today. And Paul, They haven't yet, but my goodness, I don't know how he survives this one. I know the Bears love to hang that banner of we've never fired a coach in the season, but like, are you really going to continue with this guy? Are you really going to continue with the guy who doesn't have enough wherewithal to know to stop the clock or to run a quick play or to have your rookie quarterback knowing what to do in that situation? I mean, they just, as I said earlier, the Bears had no business being in this game. Then they find themselves in this game with a chance to win in the final minute, and they completely throw it away. I still cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. You can't use that timeout next week, Eberflus. Like, what in the world? Just kind of a organizational failure right there, like from top to bottom. The Bears got a lot of talent. They got a lot of talent on that defense. The rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams, he's got some spunk to him. Like, I know he wasn't perfect today, but taking some hits in there, 20 points in the second half, having a chance in the final minutes, and you kind of just take yourself out of it. But hey, that's Jared Goff, Dan Campbell get their first win with the Lions on Thanksgiving. They do not take that for granted. As I said, that snaps the 7-game losing streak on Thanksgiving. And, I was clamoring about the Lions not winning their throwbacks today, but they continue to roll with the Blueberries, and it's hard to doubt them because they play good in the Blueberries. They win games in the Blueberries, but that's about all. We're going to record a Dungeon and Doom podcast here soon. We got all the content flowing at mlive.com/Lions. I do want to thank anybody watching this right now or in the future. Just thank you for hanging with us. mlive.com/Lions. We're busting our butts to give you guys the coverage you deserve. And I hope you all enjoy the time with your family and just stay safe out there. Enjoy the weekend. We'll be back next Thursday. No weekend break. The NFL said, no Thanksgiving for you. But Packers next Thursday. Lions are 11-1, 10 straight wins, snap the ugly Thanksgiving losing streak, open the NFC North schedule 3-0, on their way to defending the NFC North crown. Packers play the Dolphins tonight. They've got 8 wins. The Vikings play this weekend. I forget who they're playing, but they got 9 wins. So, like, as hot as the Lions are rolling right now, those teams are still right there. Need to take care of business against the Packers next week. But, hey, check us out on the Subtext Insider texting service, mlive.com/Lions. Corey Woods, myself, and Kyle Austin will have the stuff flowing through tomorrow on mlive.com/Lions. And I'm going to get out of here. Going to try and see the family a little bit this weekend, a little day and a half reprieve before coming back to start the short week once again. Or I guess it's not a short week, going Thursday to Thursday, but you guys know what I mean. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Stay safe out there. Lions win 23-20. What a wacky, wild finish. We'll talk to you guys. We'll have Dan Campbell on Saturday afternoon, and we'll see how the injuries are rolling there. Any updates there? The defensive line took a hit today. Rodriguez is the chief concern. But Ben Raven signing off. Thanks, guys.